POV. So what do you want me to do? I looked at the glaring Miho Hyung sitting in front of me. I am sure his pale face could have turned red if he weren't a master at hiding his emotions. But it doesn't mean I can't see what he is trying to hide. He is my mentor in the end, he is the one who taught me never to let my face tell what my mind is thinking, but in this process, he forgot to hide his secrets. I want you to read before giving your damn signature. I sighed heavily, not again. I nodded, uninterested in this conversation anymore. It's been a while since we have been arguing about this. I don't know what else to say so that he understands my situation. I still have tons of work pending on my head of the company and then these papers. Avoiding the urge to roll my eyes, I replied. You are talking like one day you will take my throne with these papers. He clenched his jaw, looking at me swirling on the chair carelessly. More likely destroying your throne. I sat properly as a slight frown appeared on my forehead because of his sharp words. Are you serious? You literally don't know, the amount of weapons you're letting in can blow the whole damn country. For a quick second, my hands itched to grab the file and check if he was telling the truth or messing around. But I can't forget the fact that he is Miho Hyung, he will never joke about something so serious. And no matter how much I want to refuse it, his concern is right. I wouldn't have thought twice before rejecting the proposal if it wasn't from his side. When is it coming? Forcing myself to lean back on the chair, I pretended to be unbothered about the situation while mentally making notes to arrange a safe arrival of shipments. If in any way it went into the wrong hands, they won't just take my throne but can also harm the people we served for generations. After a week. He said, bringing me out of the trance. Nodding curtly, I replied. I will handle it, don't worry. I opened another file, dismissing the topic, but Hyung didn't want to end it nicely. You are not getting it. His words were cut off by me. What I am getting is you will never do that. Closing the file slowly to not expose the anger boiling inside, I look at him. If you wanted the throne, I wasn't sitting here, Hyung. Slamming the table, he leans closer. And what is it, your damn bloody trust? I didn't break eye contact when his gaze darkened. Trust always destroys Taewang, mark my words. Shaking my head, I leaned on the table with my elbows. Not always, Hyung. He leaned back, chuckling mockingly before crossing his arms on his chest. Tell me one thing, V, hadn't you trusted Yun? My breath hitched. And hadn't she betrayed you? His eyes darkened as his face turned serious, erasing his fake smile. Last time when someone fooled you, you were naive, this time you will be considered stupid. Slipping the file in front of me, he stood up, buttoning his suit and turned, but not before sending me the last glare. I sighed silently before my jaw clenched, knowing exactly who informed Hyung about our relationship. Bringing out my phone to make sure the person would experience hell for disclosing the secret, but a deep voice of Hyung told me I am not alone yet. If Jin-woo is harmed, it won't be good for you. Were his last words before the door shut with a thud. I slammed the phone on the table before it broke because of my clenched fist. And then another sound echoed in the room as my fist landed on the wooden table, giving me a wave of pain. This isn't over, Jin-woo, you will pay for it, I said, leaning back while my fingers were massaging my forehead. Knowing completely I can't even scratch him if I don't want to end up in a hospital bed by evening. God knows what potion this shorty made him drink that he always favors him. Well, no worry, let him come to the office tomorrow. A gift will be waiting for him. Grabbing the phone whose screen guard was cracked because of my rage. A smirk appeared on my face as I scrolled to the least contacted number and approved his order, which had been hanging for months. Enjoy, my dear friend, I smirked victoriously. Turning towards the laptop, I saw my queen laughing with Hobie Hyung. I was not shocked to see her smiling so brightly while sipping her drink. He must have demanded that she drink it, it's the only thing he is serious about. I saw him breaking deals with clients just because they refused to drink Sprite with him. He is really possessive about it. Unknowingly, I smiled when she high-fived with Hyung and burst into laughter. It's the first time she has smiled so brightly. But why? My mind questioned. My queen is a serious person, hidden behind walls, protecting her real self from outsiders. I felt it the first time I talked to her. Her mysterious nature was the reason I was attracted to her, but it turns out she was fooling me around. Sighing frustratedly, I looked at the black file Hyung left for me to read, while my mind was popping a new question every second. Is it again some trick of hers? Is she playing some mind game with me? I clenched my fist to restrict myself from storming into the hall and shook out every damn answer for her mouth. If I say I was shocked when she accepted to give this marriage a chance, will be an understatement. I knew she would have to give in at the end because I wouldn't have left any other choice for her, but it happened so easily is not what I expected. Especially when I am watching her and that losers bond daily. I hate to accept, but they are far too close to be let go so easily. I should have realized it before then. I would have done something better than giving a good impression of that loser. Switching the window, I opened another video of her school times. Even when my blood boils whenever I saw my queen and loser close, her innocent face overshadows my anger with happiness. I smiled the moment when my eyes landed on her standing figure in front of the gate. God damn it, why is the camera quality of her school so low? She deserves to go to the best school in the country. But soon my smile vanished when loser came and intertwined her hand. I wanted to rip out his hands and make them feed to dogs, but nope, these are the same hands that saved her from bullies a few weeks ago. One thing I noticed from all these videos is that the deeper I dive into her history, the weaker she is becoming. The day when loser saved her, she was shivering while some students were just circling her. If I had not claimed the throne, I would have hunted each one of them and made them kneel in front of my queen, just like she was kneeling while closing her ears and crying. My hand fisted remembering that scene. I never thought the person who stood against me so strongly could be so vulnerable once upon a time. These days I am quite confused about whether I should be angry with the loser or grateful, as he protected her so much. If you can understand this from the videos, how can she move on easily? My mind wandered when I held the photo frame where she is smiling brightly. This was the photo I captured a few days before I captured her in my cage. Are you again playing with me, my queen? I caressed her cheeks, which were pink without the fake color women of these days use. I rolled my eyes, remembering the time when those fake girls used to do everything to grab my attention before I did that. But my queen is different, so different she doesn't even desire me. Don't worry, baby girl, if I need to, I will remind you who you are and why. Too much sweetness can make you ill. Hyung's lessons echoed in my head, telling me I am not a child anymore. If I am betrayed or heartbroken, anybody can take advantage of my weakness. Even when I admire Lord Suun for his unconditional love, I can't be him. Miho Hyung will bury me 6 feet deep if someone cracked the walls he built inside me. Keeping the frame back in its place, I stood as an urge to see her overpower my will to work. These useless papers can wait, but I can't wait to see my queen. Can't wait to touch her. Can't wait to remind her that no matter what she does, she will always be mine. Walking down the corridor, I saw Eunhan bowing before passing by my side. I have to find some way to mold these rules. I observed how my queen wasn't comfortable with it. Walking further, I saw her sitting, where I saw her on the screen, but now alone. I expected Miho Hyung to walk out of the place as soon as possible, but Hobi Hyung's disappearance is surprising. Well, these days everyone is behaving out of the role, one more shouldn't shock me so much. I smiled watching her dazed in her thoughts. It's her habit of zoning out from time to time. God knows what is so interesting in her head. My deep thinker queen. So how is it? I asked, plopping next to her on the couch. Pressing my lips, I suppressed my laugh. She must be in deep thought that she didn't notice my loud footsteps. She always used to do this, and when I make fun of her, she becomes mad at me. I love her childish side, always makes me forget I am king with tons of responsibility on my shoulders and people to protect. She makes me feel like a teenager sitting beside his love when reality can never be farther. What? She asked, blinking confusingly. I can't suppress my giggle. She is really sharp, but sometimes it takes her time to return to the present from wherever she was wandering. There are times when I wanted to dive into her imagination and see what she is thinking. What were you thinking? I asked, acting suspicious, but when I saw color leaving her face as she gulped, making me cross my arms. Now my suspicion turned real as I could feel myself slipping into the king position. What is it? I asked with authority, which could be felt in my voice. I just wish she wouldn't test my patience. I want to meet Mom. My mind got its answer, why she has been acting so sweet. She thought she could run away from me, that her weak family could take my queen from me. The thought only made me cage her in the room and never let her see the sun again. Clenching my jaw, I commanded. No.
Yun POV. No. His voice didn't give any space to argue as he stood up, ready to leave. Why not? I asked as he was ready to go from where he came. My body was shivering with anger, disappointment, and so many other emotions I am not allowed to express. I stepped back when his long steps were directed toward me, and another second, a gasp escaped my mouth when I dropped to the couch. He bends in front of me as his hands make sure I have nowhere to go. Because I said so. His voice is darker than the shadows of the past and deeper than any sea, telling me I shouldn't open my mouth if I don't want to make it worse. This is enough reason. He turned back, resuming the journey. He halted for me. I wanted to ask what he meant by no. I wanted him to give me a good reason. I want to tell him how wrong he is and knock some sense into his mind, but a part of me, the sensible part, stopped me from stopping him from returning. I don't know what possessed his mind for my request, but I saw a glimpse of the Taewang who came to my house to take me. For claiming me. And no matter what you say, that side of him will never understand because he doesn't want to. Then what was all that he was doing for the past few weeks? Did my happiness really matter to him, or was it just an act? This is permanent. We are permanent. I remembered his words. The genuineness in his eyes flashed in front of me. He wasn't lying yesterday, but he wasn't joking right now either. He was serious. He was angry and insanely powerful to stop me. I can't fight him and make my way with it, but I can talk to him and tell him why I wanted to meet them. A special day is coming for Mom, and I don't want her to ruin it. If I weren't there, they won't celebrate it. Her heart won't be satisfied until I assure her about me being safe and happy with Taewang. Even when it is a lie, even when it will break Kai's heart or maybe disappoint Dad, I have to do it. I have to do it so they can continue living. I have to lie so the burden of failure can be removed from Dad's heart. I still remember his helpless eyes on the wedding day. He did his best to free me, to not suffer my whole life for one mistake. I don't want him to live his life with the burden of not saving me. I want to return their peace which Taewang snatched from us. And what about Kai? Will he be able to move on? All the promises we swore for years, all the dreams we dreamt together, all the plans we made for the future. They all are in pieces now, piercing my heart every time I think about Kai. My heart forgets to beat with the flashes of him almost unconscious on my wedding day. My eyes brimmed realizing what I am going to do to him. Knowing I am going to break the same person who mended me, who spent years for my recovery, who hadn't given up on me when I gave up on myself. I am sorry, Kai. I am so sorry. My sob cut off my further apology as tears streamed down my cheeks. Knowing I can't heal him, my words will never be heard by him, knowing I will never be able to fulfill his only wish, the only thing he ever asked from me, to marry him. After struggles of years, after so many conditions and even more restrictions, I said yes. Another sob escaped from my mouth, a louder one as I was dropped on my knees. I am not worth being treated so regal. I don't deserve respect when I stepped on someone's heart to have it. I am sorry. I cried harder. Please forgive me. I sobbed louder. I don't deserve to be forgiven. I shut my eyes tightly as if his face could vanish. I deserve your hate. I almost screamed as my fingers pierced the flesh above my heart, wanting to remove it. So it stops hurting me. So it stops squeezing so painfully. Stop reminding me of the person I can never get. Wiping my tears, I shook my head. How can I forget him? How can I even think about it? Stumbling while standing, I rushed towards the closet. Sliding the door open, I dipped my hands inside the untouched clothes, digging deeper and deeper. Making the perfect wardrobe a mess, increasing the work of the cleaner, but I can never care less as I am desperate to seek peace. My fingers desperately searching cold metal rather than smooth wood. The thing I brought with my sorrow and helplessness in this hell. My most precious possession. The moment I felt the cold interlock, I slipped my hand back, not caring few of the shirts landed on the floor. A smile appeared on my lips as tears weren't ready to be caged like I am. Opening the locket with shivering hands due to desperation, laughed softly, looking at his smiling face. Bringing it close, I pecked his photo while ignoring my photo completely. I remember we wore matching clothes that day before clicking the pic for this locket. I giggled remembering his cringy face with my idea and how I had to drag him to the park for it. I am sorry, my love. I looked at him while trying to not break down. At this time, he was not beside me to hug me, to calm me down, to tell me everything will be fine. Forcing myself to mirror his smile, I continued. I will never forget you. Gulping a sorrowful sob, I maintained the smile. You will always be in my heart. Without you, I will be dead. Hugging the locket, I closed my eyes as the heart felt at peace. His smell is here. His touch is still here. My Kai is here with me in my heart. Hours went by, or just minutes. I have no idea as I lost track of time in my misery. To finally accept I can't be with Kai and have to endure the hate of love for the rest of my life. Well, I will endure his hate without a single complaint, but I want to see him. I want to apologize for breaking his heart. Even when my actions are unforgivable, I still want to beg in front of him. A tear slipped as my fingers craved to touch the cold metal, my soul craving for the warmth it gives, the illusion of safety it provides. It was hard, very, very, very hard not to open the hook and wrap his love on neck, and even more hard to suppress the desperation of storming to the closet and keep it with me for my whole life. But I have to hide it for my safety, for its safety. If Taewang got any hint of me having a symbol of our love, he will make sure to destroy it. No, he will make sure to destroy it in front of my eyes when I will be begging on my knees to not snatch it in front of my eyes. And who knows, he will consider it a reason to hurt Kai. No matter how much he loves me, he hates Kai more. I saw the fire in his eyes on our wedding day, which was eager to burn Kai in it. Shaking my head, I looked down at the copy where I scribbled a few lines about how I should convince Taewang. I have to be smart and do nothing which triggers him. If he became angry, even God won't make him understand how important this is for me, and for us too. I will never be able to accept him in my life completely until my parents don't support our relationship. Wiping my wet cheeks, I wrote a few more words before crossing the whole page. Arg, why is it so difficult? Why do emotions have to be so complicated? Why can't they give exact answers like numerical ones? Keeping the pen and pad down, I was about to lie down when the click sound from the door got my attention. Damn it, how many hours I was in the room. My mind questioned as I saw Taewang entering with a tray filled with food. If it was anywhere else, he would have asked guards to bring it, but when it comes to the bedroom, he tries to keep servants as far as possible. Forcing myself to stand up, I walked in front of the bed as he kept the tray on the table. My silent heart was racing, noticing his burning eyes and clenched jaw as he looked at me. Is he still angry? But it wasn't that big a fight either. Gulping down all my fear, I fisted my hands, knowing I had to do it, even when I didn't want to. Releasing a sigh, he bent towards the table, sparing me from his scary gaze. Taewang, I wetted my sore throat because of all the crying and screaming, trying to bring words easily. I want to talk. You hadn't came for lunch. I hope you didn't forget the consequences of skipping meals. He cut off my words while it took everything inside me to not give in and just obey him. I shook my head even when he couldn't see. But it's important. Nothing is more important than your health, he said, turning around with a plate filled with delicious food. Now eat. I am not hungry. Just listen to me, I said, trying to be cute as this is where he always melts. But soon my body turned stiff, looking at his clenched jaw as he took small steps towards me. I just wanted to give up as my soul shivered when he took final steps towards me, making the rim of the plate touch my abdomen. Eat when I am asking you nicely, otherwise, you also knew I can make you eat against your consent. He said, digging the rim deeper into my flesh. I really don't want to eat, I said, stepping back when he covered it again, lifting the plate. Baby girl. He started, but I pushed his hand, screaming a big no on his face. But maybe I used more strength than I should, as the plate fell, breaking into pieces as food splattered on the centuries-old carpet. I am sorry, words stuck in my throat as I saw his eyes turning red, veins popping from his arms as he clenched his hands so hard. He was practically shivering from rage as the atmosphere of the room turned thick with rage and fear. Sam. I flinched hard at his shout as he took slow, predatory steps towards me. Sam. He screamed louder. I am sure every corner of the mansion would have heard his wrath. I took a back step again, knowing it wouldn't be wise to be near him, but another second he pushed me hard, making me bounce on the mattress because of the force. Before I could understand what happened, my hands were pinned above my head as his raging eyes pierced holes in my soul. I whimpered when his free hand grabbed my jaw painfully tight before lifting my head near his as his hot breath was fanning on my shivering lips. I will grant your wish of not eating. He chewed every word before releasing it from his mouth as I closed my eyes partially because of pain and partially because of his horrifying gaze. But let me tell you, your mother is dead. I shut open my eyes as tears welled up in my eyes. Did he do something to them? Just like everyone else for you, the only person left in your life is me, your hell-like husband. He smirked as a scream left my mouth because of his tight grip. Accept it before I make your life hell. He pushed back my face harshly and stormed out of the room. Tears dropped from my eyes because of my crushed hopes. Don't let Mrs. Kim eat anything, he barked from outside.
Author POV. Doubt is a slow poison of relation. You realize, but it hollows the relation before killing it. It makes you see all the stains when in reality the cloth is pure. It gives you an illusion of flaws in a perfect person. But will Taewang be able to understand it before he destroys everything he created with so much effort? Or will he kill the person he loves more than himself? What do you think?